First of all, thank all of you for coming. I want to, before I do anything else, reiterate what I've said, I think in a news release, and what I have certainly said privately, and that is to thank Justice Glaze for his service to the people of Arkansas. You know, you all have written and broadcast and editorialized recently on Justice Glaze's contributions as a member of the court, and he deserves the opportunity to spend some time with his grandchildren, as he's indicated. And Mr. Justice, thank you, sir, for your service to the people of Arkansas. We appreciate it very much. And Mr. Chief Justice and members of the court and members of the media and the public, it is my honor to appoint Elana Wills as Justice of the Supreme Court for the vacancy created by Justice Glaze's resignation. Elana is somebody that I have had the privilege and opportunity to watch very closely, because she worked in the Attorney General's office as the deputy in charge of opinions. Those of you that have followed the Attorney General's office over the years and follow state government know that that I used to make a semi-joke about the fact that the opinions department thought they were the Supreme Court. And they didn't care who the Attorney General was. They didn't care if I was the Attorney General or Mark Pryor or Dustin or Bill Clinton, whoever it was. They had then, still have now, and it was headed by Elana, a reputation for just calling it like it was, no matter whose ox got gored. They were as apolitical, non-political, honestly objective as any, I guess, group in a political office could ever be, and they prided themselves on it. They didn't want to talk about anything with anybody else in the office. They didn't want to let that wall come down. They took their job of honestly replying to opinion requests by those people who were entitled to request opinions in the most objective and straightforward manner possible. And when there was a conflict, they were very quick to say they would not opine because of pending litigation or a pending matter. I found Elana to be almost matter-of-factly, absent-mindedly professorish about her knowledge of the Constitution, both on the federal and state level, and her knowledge of Arkansas Code. It was almost as if you could ask her a question about an area of the law, and her immediate reaction was to cite you something and act like doesn't everybody know that. And it was done real without ego and real low-key, and like just matter of fact that, well, yeah, that's what the law is, and here's the code section. And once in a while she would have to actually go to a book and look it up, but as often as not she would actually know it. She's also, along with Beth Walker, who is here and who has been her compatriot for a long time, two of the foremost, most knowledgeable leaders in freedom of information in the state of Arkansas. She's conducted seminars for lawyers, government agencies, I think even the press themselves from time to time, on FOI matters. And she is what you might call a totally apolitical appointment. I don't know what her politics are. I hope she voted for me. I think she did. But she is somebody who is just immensely qualified with honesty, integrity, and knowledge, and a temperament to try to make sure that fairness and justice and equity exists. And we had a lot of well-qualified people that were interested. There are a lot of very good lawyers or judges out there that would have liked to have had this, and there were several folks who I would have been very pleased and happy to appoint. But I've thought about this possibility for a long time without reference to Justice Glaze, just with reference to those potential matters that might come up, and Elana was always at the top of the list. So with that being said, let me introduce you to Elana Wills.
Thank you, Governor, for that very nice introduction. I'm not going to make a long speech. I just wanted to say how grateful I am for the Governor's confidence in me and for this opportunity to serve on the Arkansas Supreme Court. I have loved every minute of my 20 years of public service at the Attorney General's office, and I'm very happy to be able to continue that public service in this new and important way. I also want to say how thankful I am to have 6 such well-qualified justices on the court to help get me acclimated to the routine and to help show me the ropes. It'll be my honor to serve alongside them. I also certainly want to congratulate Justice Glaze on his retirement. And on his so many years of excellent service to this state. He certainly deserves all the best in his retirement. I just also want to quickly thank my family, my husband and daughter, for supporting me during this new challenge, and say again, I'm excited about the opportunity. I'm anxious to get started, and I'm very eager to do a good job for the people of this state. Thank you all for coming.
Well, the governor said I could say a few words, and certainly I wouldn't turn that down. But it is a moment that is somewhat bittersweet, and I think I know I'm speaking for the entire court. Justice Glaze has been on the court some 22 years. He and I were elected to the Chancery and Probate Bench in the same year in 1978, so Justice Glaze and I go back a long way. He's been a great friend, a great supporter, and a great help, and we are truly going to miss him. He has that history of what the court is about. He loves the court. He loves the law. He always thinks about the court, and that we certainly appreciate. There's oftentimes questions would come up about why we do certain things, why we do it some other way. Justice Glaze was a great resource. We were able to go to him, and he would tell us, we've tried this, we've tried that, and this is why we do it. We're going to miss that. We're looking forward with the new justice, working with her, getting to know her, and I know and I'm confident Governor Beebe has made a very fine appointment. Again, thank you for being here. Justice Glaze, thank you so much for what you've done for not only the court, but for the people of Arkansas.
Anybody else wants to say anything, they certainly can. If you got questions, we'll try to have the... You want to say something, Judge?
Just one line.
I asked him earlier, and he said he didn't want to say anything. So
No, I don't. I'm not going to stay up here very long. As a matter of fact, it was nice to know that we're going to have a justice on the court that'll go back and absolutely research that case, looking at the cases. Now, I know my fellow justices do that already, but it's nice having a backup. Just kidding. I don't really have much to say. Thank you for the kind remarks that you had. I didn't know who you were talking about.